In this video, we're going to focus on shapes 9, 10, 11, and 12. This is shape number 9. This is how it's shown in the shape guide. But if you turn it over, it looks like this. Or you can have it with the firecrackers on the tips instead of the space scene. And it's called a UFO. This is shape number 10, the dodecahedron or the sphere. It has 12 sides and it is a nice shape to put into some of the other shapes when we're making the art. This is the snake. Make sure you can see that one. And then if we flip it over, it looks like that. And this is the half dome. Okay, so I'm going to turn this back into the star, which is a good starting point. And then I'm going to turn it into the ring, which we just had in the last video. And from there, what I want to make the UFO are these two pieces to go together, these two and these two. Or on the other side, these two, and these two. Okay, so on this side, we can do that. We have the UFO with the firecrackers. Or, again, go back to the ring, and we can put the firecrackers together, and we've got the spaced out UFO. And I'll show you some things you can do with the UFO. So we'll make the UFO again in an optical illusion. Again, turn it into the ring and then put those pieces together. Or we could have instead turned it over and put the yellows together instead of the blues, okay, for a different look. Then we can put two of those together for an artwork. And then we'll try one in the blue planet. Move some of these others out of the way so we can focus on the UFO. Okay, this one back and then turn the whole thing inside out again. We can put together either those blues or the darker blues. I'm going to put those blues together. There's another one. And we'll do another UFO, optical illusion. And those together. I need that together and that together. Okay. And then we can put this together like this. And then we could put this together like this. And that's what you get. I'll turn that over, so that you can see the different patterns. You could do this all in one of these designs if you want it as well. And how else might we put this one together? We could put it together like this. Well, we'll do two of them first, and then we do have a matching design in this shape of 2. Okay, and then if we wanted to put this together in the shape of 2, and then, add it to this other shape of 2. There you go. Looks like a chip bowl, except of course it's not really all that sturdy as a chip bowl. There you go. And you can see it like this. Let you see how it looks on the different sides. And of course that one we do have UFOs making it up, so they look like UFOs, and they are indeed UFOs. Okay. Let's turn this back over. This is another one where you will see this in some of your brochures or some of the how-to videos that are done by FunInMotion. I think they will show you how to do this shape. Okay, so that is shape number 9, which is the UFO. UFO. And then to do shape, we'll move these out of the way. Shape number 10, which is the sphere. We're going to start with the ring again. And then I'll show you two different ways. There's lots of different ways to make these. These are just the ones that work for me and that I constantly use, but you can do it however you want. One way to make the sphere is that you bring this together like that, and then you want to bring this one up and bring those together and then pop it together. Okay, I'm going to show you another way to make it, is to start with the UFO, which is maybe why they show it in the book right after the UFO, because we'll go to the ring to make the UFO. We'll make our UFO, and then you can turn one of these like that and one of those, and then connect that together, and then one of those, and voila, you have the sphere or the ring. Some of the nice things to do with the ring or the sphere is to put it in, use it as a building block in some of your other artwork, like putting it in a star. And I showed you earlier how to put the star together. If you put 4 stars together, go back to the star from the ring, pushing those in and pulling that around. Whoops, don't do that. Do those and then that. Okay, so then you could put this star and another star. Where we go like this, and we could put that star right there. And when this is shown in the videos where we do the stars, that we can put the stars together this way, but the reason I'm putting them together now is to show you that then in these holes that you have, you can put dodecahedrons. So we can make another one of those. I'm going to go ahead and make it into the UFO, and we will do that way and put that in there. And of course, remember the other thing that I've said about this before is that you can put the UFOs where these squares are. So if you continue, we have to go to the ring again. This is why I love the ring. It's just a good starting point for all the artwork. Okay, so you go there and you make your UFO. Remember that we can put the UFOs on all the squares. So we can put the dodecahedrons here and the UFOs there, and it will look like this all the way around. We will then have our large dodecahedron, like I said before. I do have one more. I'm doing this now all in Blue Planet just so that you can see whether you like doing the designs with all the same pattern of Shashibo, or whether you would like them mixed like what I have done in most of the videos that I've done here. But there's another one, you can see. And I think that's all the Blue Planet ones I have, so I can't do any more of those. Although I do often like to put in a different sphere in them than what is matching. Here is another one of those I have made, so we can do the sphere again, which was the one I was showing you this time anyway. This time I'll just do it right from the ring. Okay, so we do this and this, and actually I got it like it often looks when we're doing the doing it from the UFO. There you go, and that's the sphere. Okay, and what we need there is one more. Go out to the ring and then put them together, yellows together this time. And there is your dodecahedron. That's rather large, and this is rather sturdy. This is not going to fall apart so easily. So that's making it with the stars. You saw though that we could also make it with the rings. And actually we can make it with the with a lot of the other shapes. So I won't spoil your fun. I will let you do that on your own. Let's take this one apart because we need to have some of these Shashibos back and make the snake. For the snake, you go to your ring. Okay, so there's the ring. And then you can collapse it where you bring these together, or you could do it on the other side where you bring those together. And, oops, I need to do it from up here, I think. Okay, collapsing it. And then you can fold this one back as well, and you have the snake. And I had a snake earlier. I don't know what happened to it, but we can do that again. Problem with building with the snake, it can be tricky and you just have to play with it because it kind of wants to fall back in on itself. So let's go to the, well, I can do this one right from here, but that wouldn't help you as much. So let's go to the, again to the ring. That was the ring. And then we put those together and we need to turn those back and we've got the ring. And I mean the snake from the ring. And then you could put it together like this. Oops, turning it. All right, put it back in its ring. I mean, in its snake. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it a ring today. All right, maybe. Well, it falls back in on itself. Like I said, very, very difficult to work with, but it can be done that you can put this together and make different shapes when you do that. Maybe we could try putting together okay. I'm not having much luck today, but you can play with it. I have done some shapes with the snake. It's not one of my favorite building blocks, but it is a building block. But what it is good for, and I will show you, is your next shape, number 10, making the half dome, because once you get to the snake, you just fold it back like that, and you have the half dome. Okay, so we have a snake here. We can do this, and we have the dome. So let's go back to the snake, and we have a dome. I just wanted to do it from the other side to see if that was any more helpful. And the dome, again, it's not one of my favorite building blocks, but you can put it together. There's a little bit of magnetism there for putting it together like that. And then that's a lot heavier, sturdier sphere or dodecahedron than what we had before. So I will put these back into shapes number 9, 10, 11, and 12. So this is going to be the UFO shape that we'll go back into. All right, the way it's shown in the guide. And the sphere as shown in the guide. I think again we'll go to the UFO. And then do this and this, those together, and that. That's your sphere. And the next one is the snake. Let me find my other, I'm trying to do it like what they do it in the brochure. Okay, so we bring those together, and then this one folds back too, and we have the snake. So that's the snake. the UFO, the sphere, and the dome. And those are shapes 9, 10, 11, and 12 in the shape guide.